welcome back to Live Darts. We're here at Armageddon at the MVA event. We've got Joe Cullen. Joe, big weekend for yourself. Are you using the exhibition as a bit of a rehearsal for tomorrow on the Pro Tour?
Yeah, the exhibitions are all good fun. It doesn't matter if you win, lose or draw. It's nice to win, but these are the ones that you enjoy. You know, there's no pressure on. It's just, you know, have a night and enjoy yourself.
How would you sum up your season to date so far?
Up and down, to say the least. It's even some of the games I've lost, I've been okay, but you know, nothing special. But I think all season, I think I must have had probably 2 or 3 good games all season. It's not good enough, you know. If you want to push on to the next level, you need to be a lot more consistent than they have been this year. But it's something that I'm working on. It's just, you know, it's not going to come overnight. So, you know, I'll try to build on last year. But it's like I say, it's not been the best start, to be honest.
I'd say it's a Pro Tour semi-final and then a quarter-final on a Pro Tour and a Euro Tour. The standards you've set yourself, and we expect that's probably not where you wanted to be, is it? You probably wanted more than just those best 3.
Yeah, well, the thing is with the Euro, so you know, for the last 2 years, it's a minimum quarter-final. It seems to be, but you know, the fields are getting, you know, tougher and tougher. You know, there's genuinely no easy draws. I know everyone, you know, says they're probably the same as me, but there genuinely isn't. It's one of those, you know. I think you know, the first 3 Euros, so they had Vincent van der Voort, Nathan Aspel and Glenn Durrant. That was just to make my money count on my rankings. So, you know, it is a tough school, definitely.
Where do you stand on that? You touched on the rankings. Do you think that money should go on your order of merit? Because obviously you're there and you've qualified for that. So should it go on there? Do you think
I think every player said the same. I said it when I wasn't ranked. I said it was when I wasn't seeded. I think I've earned the right to be there, so it should go on my rankings. And I'd say the same if I was number 132 in the world. You know, so I think a lot of players would say the same, you know, regardless of the ranking, you've earned the right to be there, so the money should go on.
Speaking of rankings, just slip back out of the top 16. I know you're yo-yoing at the moment, so there's not a lot between yourself and 17 and maybe 14 at the moment. Is that the priority now, to get back into that top 16 as soon as?
No. It's the top 16. I mean, every TV event anyway, so it's pretty irrelevant, to be fair. You know, you might get a favourable draw, but you might not, so it is what it is. You know, obviously the top 16 is where you want to be, but as long as you're qualifying for everything, it's not the be-all and end-all.
Is your prep now and focus to get ready for the match play then? Because that's the next big ranked event on the horizon for yourself.
Yeah, well, it's been, what is it now? In May. It's moving, losing track of months. You know, the last time I had a weekend off was January, and I'm not one of the Premier League players, so it tells you how busy it's been. I've got this weekend in Barnsley, obviously tonight. Then next weekend in Zwolle, and I've got an exhibition the week after. Then I'm going to have 10 days in Cyprus. And I genuinely can't wait. The holiday can't come fast enough. I'm going to leave my darts at home and literally, like, we land on the Wednesday and I fly to Copenhagen on the Friday, and we'll see how it goes from there. But you know, you hear Michael and people like that say the break is 100% needed.
I was going to say that the scheduling obviously is relentless for you guys, so those breaks are now hugely important, so you recharge your batteries, because we saw Daryl Gurney at the match play last year and he openly admits it. He tried to play in everything and he had nothing in the tank come the match play.
Oh, thanks a lot, I beat him.
But he said he literally had nothing.
Yeah, well, I spoke to Matt after. You know, me and Daryl are good friends, as is Matt, and you know, it's good for me, but I think Daryl's managing the schedule a bit better this year. The Premier League boys definitely need to, because like I say, I wouldn't say I'm out on my feet, but it's not too far off, so I can't imagine what, you know, those 10 players are like.
Have you watched much of the Premier League this year?
None at all.
Obviously, I know you're keen on social media though, so I'm going to ask you about the gamesmanship in the sport, not per about specific events, because that's not fair, but has it crept in more and more over the last 18 months? Because that's what we seem to be talking about, that's what's trending on social media. Every time something happens, have you noticed it more and more or not?
Yeah, well, I was a victim the other week. The thing is, the way I see it, you can call it gamesmanship, call it whatever you want. In my eyes, it's cheating. No matter what you do, I've never ever been called a cheat in my life. And like I say, there was an incident the other week. You know, I won't mention names and I won't mention what went on, but you can tell the reaction of somebody. If somebody gets called out, say on stage, you can tell by the reaction whether it's true what the other player's saying. You know what I mean? And my reaction was, you know, I'm not having it. I'm not a cheat. But I don't know. You know, there's a lot goes on that a lot of people don't see. You know, there's people who are very heavy-footed on stage, but you know, it is what it is. People say get on with it. It's old school, but to me, it's as good as pushing me in the back when I'm trying to throw a dart. It's cheating.
How do you then deal with that though? Do you think more needs to be done to the persistent offenders? And I'm not going to ask you to name anyone, but the ones that everyone knows does it, do you think then they need to be dealt with more than what's being done at the moment to stop it?
I genuinely think it's sad. I honestly do. There's never been a point in the game, I could be playing Michael van Gerwen when he's absolutely on fire on top of the world. Never once would it enter my head to think, I need to do this to put him off. I'll just think, if my game's good enough on the day, it's good enough, and if it's not, it's not. But, you know, sort of the old guard of players, if you like, don't think like that anymore. They think they need to sort of try and get inside your head when 9 times out of 10, you know, the top players is going to be good enough, you know, they're where they are for a reason. So, you know, why feel the need to, you know, try and put somebody off?
Joe, thanks for your time. As always, mate, absolute pleasure. Thank you very much.
Cheers. Nice one.